Hello everyone, my name is Eliza Yuliani. I'm student in Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. I will present the result of my study about review of learning modules in chemistry education. The background of my research. Module can be interpreted as teaching material for educator. In the teaching and learning process, teachers are required to create and develop modules. At the moment, the module is not only a written teaching material such as textbook, but the module is considered interactive textbook that present the subject matter to the student. Modules that are designed do not only affect the learning outcome obtained by students in the form of conceptual knowledge, but can overcome individual interest in learning chemistry. In the current study, an attempt was made to overcome the problem of individual students for interest in science education and need to stimulate classroom practice by initiate a type of learning module that was carefully crafted together with a teaching approach. The pedagogical approach contained in the learning module focus more on content coverage but ignores the development of thought process and skill. There are not many explicit reports on the use of module in chemistry learning. Lack of literature on learning module in one of the obstacles educators in design module that will be met. Moreover, the need for a literate review study on the use of learning modules in chemistry education. The method used in this research consisted of three stages, namely collection of relevant article, identification of article, analysis of the identification of article. At the stage of collection relevant article, 20 relevant articles obtained relate to the learning module in chemistry education. After article collection, the article is identified. Several points are obtained, namely the type of module, the topic of chemistry discussed in the module, the pedagogical approach carried out, and the result obtained after application of the module in learning. From several points obtained at the identification stage, an analysis is carried out and data is obtained. The result obtained in this study. Modules are grouped into two types, namely print modules and electronic modules. There are 12 articles that discuss the electronic module and 6 articles that discuss the print module. There are 2 articles that discuss both types of module, print module and electronic module. This can be seen in table 1. The use of electronic module is dominant rather than print module because it can represent abstract concepts from chemistry through macroscopic, submicroscopic, and symbolic representation. The topic of chemistry content in the module is divided into several main topics, namely basic chemistry, environmental chemistry, analytical chemistry, and organic chemistry. The main topic of chemistry that is widely discussed in the module's title is basic chemistry, which is divided into several materials, namely solution, benzene, alcohol, quantum mechanics, energy and heat, chemical equilibrium, redox, acid-base, electrochemistry, chemical bonds, and polymer. This can be seen in the table 2. The development and process of applying modules requires a pedagogical approach. The pedagogical approach used from the 20 article review mostly use constructivist approach. 19 of the 20 article review referred to constructivist learning theory, both implicitly and explicitly through the instructional design mentioned. In the constructivist approach, participants are active in learning, the teacher is only a facilitator. Whereas one article uses a visual conceptual approach which has real life application and integrate sufficient visualization. 60 out 16 out of 20 articles apply the use of module in group or with the help of teacher. Whereas many as 8 articles implement the use of modules independently by students. The use of modules independently is dominant using electronic modules because the material is present with the help of technology, making it easier for students without the need to work in group or friends. But some modules are used with animation guides called pedagogical agents. Pedagogical agents are designed to facilitate work in computer-mediated learning environment. This can be seen in Table 3. Learning outcomes are a very important part of the review article because they highlight the contribution of module in teaching practice and the learning process. 10 out 10 of 10 out of 20 article report the learning outcome obtained after using modules in learning are to improve learning outcomes. This is in line with the improvement of concept. An article conclude the applying modules in learning can improve student understanding of concept. In addition to improving learning outcome, six articles report that implementing modules in learning can improve representational skill. The material present can connect between representation, both macroscopic, submicroscopic, and symbolic. Apart from cognitive, the use of modules in learning can improve student performance, interest, and process skill. The conclusion obtained from research. The dominant topic contained in the module is basic chemistry. In making module for the teaching and learning process, it should as a pedagogical approach. The pedagogical approach used is the constructivist approach, in which students are more active in learning, not teacher. Modules are not only present in paper form but in a digital form called electronic module because the delivery of material with digital can facilitate students in understanding the concept of both the level of phenomena macroscopic, molecular level, submicroscopic, and symbolic, making it easier for students to connect between level of representation of each concept. In addition to increasing representational skills, applying module in learning from both print and electronic modules can improve learning outcomes, performance, and interest of students in learning chemistry. Thank you.